She crashed the billionaire's birthday party to return a lost wallet. But what she found was the key to her past. She thought she was just the maid's daughter. But the truth? It would flip her entire world upside down. This is the story of Emily Carter, and how she went from invisible to undeniable in a single night. But before we begin, subscribe to this channel for more heart-pounding stories about truth, betrayal, and the power of love. Emily Carter worked 2 jobs, one at a laundromat, the other cleaning houses with her mother, Maria. Life in Charlotte, North Carolina wasn't kind to people like them. Rent was overdue. Her shoes had holes. And college, a forgotten dream. But that Friday evening, her world tilted. Maria had taken Emily with her to clean a mansion on the rich side of town. The Carrington estate, owned by one of the wealthiest men in the South, Charles Carrington III. Oil, finance, land, he had it all. While wiping down a marble countertop, Emily spotted something shiny, half-tucked behind a fruit bowl. It was a wallet, thick, black, monogrammed with gold, CC. "Mom," Emily whispered, "someone left their wallet." Maria's face turned white. "Leave it. Let me handle it." But Emily picked it up anyway. "It's got over $3,000 in cash," she said, peeking inside. "And a baby photo?" She froze. The baby had her eyes. That night, Charles Carrington III was hosting his 60th birthday party. Black tie, champagne fountains, string quartet. Emily had no invitation, but she put on her best clothes, an old navy blue dress from Goodwill, and walked 5 blocks to the gate. Security stopped her immediately. "No guests without invitations." "I'm not a guest. I found Mr. Carrington's wallet earlier when I was cleaning. I just want to return it." The guard narrowed his eyes. "Wait here." Emily stood alone under the mansion's giant chandelier, while everyone inside laughed and danced. She felt invisible. Then a tall man in a tuxedo appeared. "Charles Carrington III, he said. "You have something of mine." Emily held out the wallet. "Found it in the kitchen." He opened it, counted the cash, then looked at her hard. "You're Maria's girl, right?" Emily blinked. "Yes, sir." He said, then turned away. "You're not supposed to be in here. But I suppose thank you." He waved a hand. The security guard began escorting her out. That's when Emily spoke up. "Sir, who's the baby in the photo?" Carrington froze mid-step. Then his voice dropped cold. "That's none of your business." On her way out, a woman in a red dress stopped Emily in the hallway. "You must be the maid's daughter," she said. "I'm Beatrice, Charles's wife." Emily nodded. "Yes, ma'am." Beatrice's eyes narrowed. "What are you really doing here?" "I just returned a wallet." Beatrice tilted her head. "You look oddly familiar." She reached forward and brushed Emily's hair away. "You have a scar behind your ear." Emily flinched. "Yeah, from a fall when I was a baby." Beatrice went pale. Then, without another word, she turned and walked briskly into the main ballroom. Emily left, but something didn't sit right. That night, she asked her mom, "Mom, do you know anything about the Carringtons?" Maria's hands trembled as she folded laundry. "No, why?" Emily looked at her mom hard. "Who gave me that scar?" Maria hesitated. "You were clumsy as a baby, always falling." But her voice was too fast, too practiced. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. Because deep inside, a quiet voice whispered, "You weren't supposed to see that photo." The next morning, Emily did what any curious soul would do. She searched. Maria's old closet held a box marked Emily Baby Things. Inside, a hospital bracelet, a baby book. First smile, April 14th. First steps, July 9th. Father's name, left blank. But taped inside the back cover was something else. A photo of a younger Charles Carrington holding a baby. Her baby blanket in the corner. Her baby blanket, the one she still kept. She checked. Same stitching, same initials, EMC. Taped to the back of the photo was a note in Maria's handwriting. If she ever asks, don't tell her. It's too dangerous. Emily's heart pounded. Too dangerous. What's too dangerous? Emily waited until Sunday night after Maria had come home from work. She walked into the kitchen holding the baby photo. Tell me the truth, she said. Now. Maria stared at the photo. Her hands trembled. She sat down slowly. You weren't supposed to find that. So it's true? That man is my father? Maria looked down. I was 20, a housekeeper. He was 38, lonely, rich, and married. Emily's legs gave out. She sat, barely breathing. You were a secret. He didn't want his reputation ruined. When I told him I was pregnant, he gave me $10,000 and told me to disappear. He paid you off? No, Maria whispered. He paid me to protect you. His wife, Beatrice, she said if I ever came near them again, she'd make us both vanish. And knowing the Carringtons, I believed her. Emily's vision blurred. So I'm the bastard child of a billionaire, she muttered. You're more than that, Maria said. You're my daughter. You're strong. And you didn't need his money to survive. But Emily didn't answer, because her mind was spinning with one question. Why did Beatrice recognize the scar? Emily returned to the Carrington estate a week later, not through the front gate, but through the side garden. Here she used to help her mom clean the windows. She waited until Beatrice came outside for her afternoon tea. Then, Emily stepped forward. You knew who I was. Beatrice's teacup froze midair. You saw the scar. You knew. Beatrice didn't deny it. Instead, she sighed. You should have stayed gone. Why? Emily demanded. What are you hiding? Beatrice stood, her eyes dark. Your father was weak. He let his feelings ruin everything. But I protected this family. I built this legacy. She leaned closer. If the world finds out what you are, everything falls apart. Emily's voice was steady. What I am is your husband's daughter. Beatrice smiled coldly. That may be true, but without proof, you're nothing, just the maid's mistake. But what Beatrice didn't know was that Emily did have proof. Tucked inside her mother's old photo album was a DNA test, dated from years ago, never mailed. Charles Carrington III, 99.97% match, and attached a handwritten letter from him to Maria. I wish I could tell the world, but Beatrice said she'd take the company, the kids, everything. I'm a coward, but I love her. I love Emily. Please keep her safe. One day, if she comes back, I'll do the right thing. I promise. Emily read it over and over, her heart breaking with each line. Then she made a decision. 2 weeks later, Charles Carrington stood before his company's board of directors at their annual meeting. He was mid-speech when the doors opened, and Emily walked in, dressed in a fitted black dress, holding a manila envelope. The room went silent. Who is this? One board member asked. My name, Emily said, is Emily Carter. Charles froze. Emily walked to the front and opened the envelope. Inside, the photo, the DNA test, the letter. She placed them in front of him. I'm not here to beg, or blackmail, or take anything. I just wanted you to see me, to know I exist, and to know you broke your promise. Then she turned to walk away. Wait, Charles said, voice shaking. Emily? But she kept walking. Until a voice from the back said stop. It was Beatrice. Beatrice stepped forward, heels clicking across the marble floor. You want to know the truth? She asked. Emily turned slowly. Beatrice reached into her purse and pulled out an old photograph. In it, baby Emily sat between two toddlers. I lied, Beatrice said, eyes fierce. You weren't the only child Charles had outside our marriage. What? Emily whispered. Beatrice pointed to the other girl in the photo. She's your sister, and she's been in this company all along. The room gasped. And Charles? He fainted. Who is Emily's secret sister? Why did Beatrice keep the secret all these years? And will Emily fight for the family name that was stolen from her? If you want to see what happens next in this jaw-dropping story, smash that like button and comment below. I want part 2 of Emily's story. Because trust me, this isn't just about finding a family. It's about exposing the lies that built an empire.